Just please don't break my heart, oh baby. Oh, from sundown to sundown, I'll be right here by your side. That is a girl for the rest of my life. Falling in love. What does it do? Oh yeah. Falling in love.
You are a one of a kind. Under the moon passing time. Drag me down like a lady empress. Forever me and you times two. Wherever you go, baby, I'll follow. Before I do, show me if it's safe to fall. Hey, what you said? Hit me with that. What you said? What you said? Got you bottled up. Get over, Mikey, I could see no.
All I gotta see about you, you make my dream come true. Want me see you love, oh my darling. But fear always say, Bobby, my falling.
Go.
Oh,
And they're just fighting for it. Hey, it's Alofa, and welcome into Buddha's Lounge on Everyday People. I got my cousin Siolo here. Before we get to why he's here with Day One Utah, gotta say what's up to our partners and collaborators. The plug, both at Valley Fair Mall and Southtown Mall. Wild Cannabis up in Wyoming. Empathetics Utah, Empathetics Wellness. Their website is empathetics.com. Salt Lake Mitsubishi, Self-Expression Music. Got to thank a couple people, bro. I married a couple people renewed their vows on Saturday.
Nice.
At our friends over there at Salt Lake Mitsubishi.
Nice.
We had our rings were provided by Morgan Jewelers at Valley Fair Mall. That's the only Morgan Jewelers that are our friends, okay? At Valley Fair Mall. Just Valley Fair Mall. Donut Star and Nothing But Cakes, thank you so much for providing the cakes for the wedding. I also want to say what's up to Sir Walter Candy, Deluxe Transport, Sabbath 212, and Holiday Queen all came out to help out. Are we having some technical difficulties? Oh no, we're just gonna stay. Okay, sorry, that's my bad. That's my bad. So again, thank you to everybody that came out. We're able to renew the vows of two of our couples. We had a dance. My man Lambo was out there. It was really, really nice. We did a really, really good job. So had some fun out there in the community. And just wanted to say welcome to my cousin Siolo. If you didn't know, this is our first time this year,
Nice.
getting together. I am completely, what you guys do over there at Day One never ceases to amaze
Thank you.
me on the hustle.
Thank
I
you.
mean, how many times have we heard about coming out of prison, being incarcerated, and forgetting, right? And you have every right. Nobody's going to show fault you for that. You're living your life, and nobody's saying you have to care about those guys.
Yeah.
You have to care about those women, right?
Right.
But fortunately for those on the other side of the wall, they do have advocates. They do have resources like Day One Utah. And so many others. But
Yeah.
we are here to talk to my cousin and get us an update. If you've been on the show before and you've heard about Day One Utah, let's just get a reminder who they are, what they do, progress report, all the programs, because it's official now. Now that you guys
Yeah.
have a 501c3, it's time to roll out the programs, time to
Yeah,
get people
yeah.
involved. It's
Yep.
official. Y'all put
Yeah.
yourselves on the map.
Yeah.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year. How y'all
Happy
doing?
New Year, big cuz. And man, I always appreciate you and sis and the platform you guys provide for us. And we're just grateful that we can be in these spaces. As far as an update, a lot's been happening. We've kind of been sitting back at the end of the year to just kind of just let everything just to look back at the year. And just with it's growing so much with our back to school, with our trunk or treat, and then with our partnership with KOA and the Thanksgiving drive. This is kind of what we do at Day One. That's how we show up for our community. So it's been a great year, and just want to start the new year. We want to focus more on our structure, our partnerships with, the people that help us grow, and then just building more trust, inspiring more change. And so Dez and the team was able to go up to the Capitol, on the Senate floor, and leveraging our lived experience and just showing our community that our grassroots and boots on the ground, we can get in these spaces, and we want to show our community that we're there for them, fighting for them, and trying to leverage our lived experience to not so much call out our lawmakers, but just say, hey, let us do some of this work with you. You know what I mean? And so that's been great. And then along with that, because of our partnerships and the growth through our events, we appreciate our partnership with West Valley City, and so they've secured us some spots to do some of our events. But then they also have a program a proposal for us to help them with a program for the youth, which is really the foundation of Day One. This is where Dez and Samuel and the homies really started. For a bunch of gangbangers, they do it on their code. They slide money through families, to help with groceries. They sponsor young kids. And so to be in this position, West Valley City to help foster some type of curriculum for these kids would be amazing for us.
I got to ask because, anybody who's associated with Day One Utah or has participated, if you haven't learned this fact, I'm not telling you any secret, self-funded.
Yes.
Before, I don't know if there's any grants or anything, but before any kind of grants or government help, if there is going to be any government help, before any of that, self-funded, which means these men and women were not going to let anything stop them from giving back and helping. So to me, I don't know if you guys are asking for grants, but to me, it seems like you're in that place now. You're following the rules and the regulations. You got a tax ID.
Exactly.
Is that now the next plan? I mean,
and that's part of our president, and our founder, Teresa and Des. We're making a hard pivot this year to just really we still continue to show up for our community, but we want to get some structure or some ideas, and then some ideas that Des and Teresa have on how we can show up for our youth, going back to our foundation of Day One and entrepreneurship and not so much reentry, but apprenticeship. So I really do think that because we've built this trust in our community, and Des likes to say that when you build this trust, it's from consistency and being present. And so we've done that this past year with our events, building this trust. Now we want to inspire change, and we really want to start pushing some of the stuff that the youth and families really need, like a apprenticeship program, like an entrepreneurship type for the youth and for others.
I'm glad you said that. One of the things I was just about to ask you is, it's the difficulty of getting a job, right? What are some of those changes? What are some things? I don't know if there's anything happening up on the hill, but without us, and I mean everybody, saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to overlook the fact that you do have a criminal record. I'm going to have to trust that you're a good person. You've done your time. I mean, how much of that still exists, and how much can we help change that perspective?
I think that groups like Day One and a few groups like Pig Tar, Soap to Hope, Journey of Hope, the homies from Rope, what we're trying to do is leverage this life, this lived experience. It's a flex for us. It's that we can leverage in this work. We can partner with educated folks who have degrees, but we are the example. And I think that's the connection with the community right now. I think that's where we come in, and it's powerful. And they can't for so long, the system had it. They took our stories, and we want to be able to share our stories and share our experiences and help people.
It can't just be one thing, and I want to preface that before I ask you this. Obviously, it cannot be one thing. However, if the question was, what is a thing, or what are some obstacles between our organization Day One and the community? Let's just say the Pacific Islander community. As far as the interaction and the interface, are we still having struggles with the OGs trying to understand what we're doing? Is there something that we could try to help soften hearts of the public? Is there anything like that?
There is, man. I'm glad you brought that up. And I think Pictar, for instance, Susie, thank you so much for the Kava Talks. The Kava Talks is, I think that's the intersection right there for our community, Pacifica. We are trying to mesh the young, the old, and there's boomers in there, people older than us that have gone through the change, whether it's OG Simi, whether it's Rock, you know, the Amo brothers who come from that generation is being a bridge. And I think that's where C1, the bro C1, is able to facilitate these meetings. We get guys like the bros from Rope, and then some other people who are struggling. We get them in there, and we talk a lot about generational breaking cycles and talk about healing men. So I think that's where we can help that way.
It sounds like conversation, right?
It is. It really must.
There's really, and I mean, I oversimplify it by saying conversation because there's not a lot of spaces, safe spaces.
But that's really what it is, because it's conversations. And it's conversations you may not have at somewhere, you know, like
Well, I'm backing up just a little bit. These conversations are important. Are the men that are coming to these conversations also that are looking for help? Are they holding us accountable? Like, hey, I came out to help 3 months ago. It's now 6 months, man. I mean, is there that kind of accountability with the Kava Talks? And I'm not putting them on blast. I'm talking about any one of us, even myself. What else am I doing or not doing? Am I not completing the cycle? Am I only going 3/4 of the way as far as the help?
Right.
Am I making?
Yeah. There is a format to the meeting. You know, Suji and C1, they go over what we're going to. So maybe next week's topic is courage, or like and these are from them. Yeah,
they're saying, what do you guys want to talk about?
Yes, and then we had the discussion, and I think for a lot, it's just to get what our Pacifica men and our just youth are going through, whether it's a generational curse or whether it's violence in their school, and then a lot of it is just trying to help each other navigate. This young man, I may resonate. His story may resonate with me, so I'll tell him how I did it, and give each other some help, you know, and then provide resources. So
it's you know, I don't have the lived experience that we were talking about, but again,
you do.
I don't want to oversimplify. Not that one. Hey,
we're from the same cloth. I promise you.
That's my cousin. but you know, people that have no idea, they may just without looking at a video, without reading a pamphlet, right? Without actually taking out a class, there may be a lot of our people that might just say, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know, because our people, I'll give you a quick example. If just follow me just for a second. You go to an OG and you tell them, man, I'm going through some mental health stuff. Like what? I'm sad. Well, just stop being sad. I mean, okay, but I said stop being sad. That's it, right? Yeah. There's that disconnect a little bit, right? That's still trying to be tough love. Yes. And I don't know, and I'm speaking personally about myself, I still have trouble navigating that. Is that a big part of, you know, not coming? Maybe we're still too tough. Maybe it's too much machismo.
That's a great point, because the people that come,
I don't want to look like a bitch, right? Is there still that macho thing?
Yeah, so a guy will come and then you don't see him, and that's probably because maybe you're not ready. And the space is for, you know, we say right off the bat, we have a check-in round, you know what I'm saying? So right away, you know if this is something for you or not. But it's really, I think the stigma behind men is don't say shit, don't be a little gay ass if you tell your brother you love him. You know, we're trying to break that stigma by being vulnerable. And so that's what Kava Talks does, it brings men in a vulnerable space. They're safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then after we're right back to our, you know, giving each other shit. You know,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think maybe the name Kava Talk scares guys just because videos that surface from Kalapuz. Anyway, I just had to throw that out there. Just, you know, I'm just saying about Kava Talks. Nah, y'all see them dudes in New Zealand? Hey, no, I ain't trying to go to Kava Talk. Different Kalapu guys.
Different,
okay?
Different. And it's an acronym, so, you know, knowledge.
That's what I'm saying.
Knowledge above violence always.
I don't want people to be like, I've seen those videos, man.
We never want to. We never really want to push the issue and make people come.
Right.
But, just one of our good friends who passed away. Rest in peace to Shoni Vatave. He was able to come to that Kava talks with me, and then the discussions after that made a breakthrough.
He was making a breakthrough.
Yeah, and just just not to get just
right.
He was really starting to take off in that way. So yeah, Kava Talks is for men like that.
Condolences to his family.
And these are men. These are hardcore men. These are fathers. These are folks that's been abused. So.
But also, this is also a circle that is by us, for us.
Yes.
Created by us.
We encourage our Pacifican men, but it's for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. So.
We'll put a link in the comments, how do we find out more about Kava Talks?
We have a group on Kava Talks on Facebook, and then you can always go to Pictar. Susie's always promoting it, and there's many ways that everyone can volunteer to help. So
that's one of. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about ways that you can volunteer on a daily besides the special events, and then we'll talk a little bit about the special event that's coming up on the end of the month, the 28th. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back. Here's a word from our sponsors and our partners. Gold Naturals have some of the best edibles for helping you get the best sleep, like the cherry lemon with 2,500 milligrams of CBD in every bag, or the orange raspberry delicious and effective THC and THC free. Both available at Wild Cannabis in Evanston, Wyoming. Must be 18 years with a valid ID. It's true, there's a delicious and healthy way to enjoy the relaxing properties of kava. Pick up 0 sugar, 0 alcohol Dahonu from The Plug inside Valley Fair and Southtown Mall. Must be 18 years with a valid ID. Empathetics Wellness is hosting their free medical card day on February 25th. You got to be 21 years older with a valid ID. And while you're there, why not get your free ketamine consultation? For more information, go to our website, empathetics.com. That's EMPATHETIX.com. Before you know it, that summer heat will be upon us, and wouldn't it be nice to cool off while you medicate? Stop in at Wild Cannabis in Evanston, Wyoming, and pick up your THC pops before the heat is on. Must be 18 years with a valid ID. Stop by The Plug today to check out these new Shroom Puff Blasters. Convenient, no smoke, no smell, no THC, but just fast-acting relief for your symptoms. Almost immediate. For more information, go to our website, mycannaplug.com. Must be 18 years with a valid ID. Remember when a warm cup of cocoa was the thing that helped us fall asleep? How about an old tradition in a new way? Stop by Wild Cannabis in Evanston, Wyoming, and get your Delta 9 infused cocoa. Ask for it by name, Bonfire. Must be 18 years with a valid ID. Welcome back in. Thank you for enjoying the break, but we continue the conversations even though the mics were off. We were just talking about, Bad Bunny halftime show. I was in. What did you think about the show?
Oh man, it was culture, man. It was. I just came back from Puerto Rico. So when I was so I
smelled some rum.
You know what I'm saying? Like so to witness that, that's what I witnessed, and then just to see the Hispanic culture, man. Let's go. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was just
was that amazing. A nice rendition of what you experienced in Puerto Rico? Could you say that was a nice picture?
Yes,
of like what Puerto Rico's about.
Yes, all that just the sugarcane fields. You know what I'm saying? All that whole vibe. It's just Puerto Ricans love to dance, man. That's all. You just
what
can't
about the food? I like to judge places, and I like to experience people's cultures.
Tostones and mofongos, all the empanadas.
Mofongo, that's Puerto Rican food?
Mofongo. The way they make it is fire.
Yeah.
They got plantains
and they pound it. Okay.
Oh man, the mofongo, you'll love it.
Where's a good place here for Puerto Rican food that you know of? Do you know of a good place?
I don't know none. My cousin Dulce and my wife, they can get down on.
Just go to Puerto Rico.
Angel, a good friend of mine, he'll make us some empanadas. But yeah, they need to have one here. So
yeah, I know you was an international traveler like that.
Nah. Vacation.
When you come back, I would love to try some Puerto Rican coffee. I heard it's some strong coffee.
You can get it on Amazon. It's fire. I got it at the house.
You missed the whole point. You missed the. Wow, why you gotta say what's up? Wow. Did you track? Who did you track down? Him or me? Malai, what's up to cousin Malai?
Big bro, Malai. Malai was a bully at Taylorsville High. Anybody that went there in '89 know.
Wow, why you gotta say cousin like that?
Somebody pull up Malai's head. Be like,
I'm not even gonna say no words, but
love you, big bro.
why is it jammed? Oh, sorry. So it's another story for another time.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back. My cousin Joe, we talking about Day One Utah. Before we get to the upcoming event that's happening on the 28th, the end of this month, there's tons of places where you guys are offering volunteers. I know I hear this, and I don't know if it's just rhetoric or just BS, whatever. I'm always looking for a place to go. Where do you guys know? Who do you guys know that needs help? We want to give of our time. Are there programs where they can come and volunteer, or they just have to wait for like these big events where you do need more bodies?
No, so we're always providing resources on our, website, and try to inform folks to go on there if they need something. And then we encourage them to message us if there's things that they need. And then we connect them with these amazing partners that we have, whether it's, the women's group, whether, to find these resources, help them get jobs and stuff like that. So we're always just kind of having conversations. There's a lot of things that we do. We mentor people, but we always just kind of do it on our own time. We don't really be out there, promoting it like that. We just kind of do it how we've always done it, just from behind the scenes.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, and then word of mouth.
Help. I know a lot of that is word of mouth.
And I just, you say self-funded, and I know that this is important for Day One to say. We're self-funded, but when we say self-funded, that means not just us, but our families, our spouses.
Y'all went out and found it.
You know what I mean? They believed in what we're doing. Yeah. And so they're the ones that we're trying to let them see that this is where your money's going. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's been our winning formula. If that makes sense.
I mean, you could probably, again, this is my own personal feeling, guys. Okay, with the way that Day One has given back to so many families and affected families that don't even have men or families incarcerated, right? You have definitely, when I say you, I mean Day One Utah, have established yourself as a guiding light pillar in the community, right?
Thank you.
So thank you for that. How can we help? I mean, I know, the community, before we get to the event, how can we help right now? You're listening and they're saying, my gosh, these guys are doing it, man. We do. Martha, Stuart, how do we help these folks,
Yeah, so like, like us polys, a lot of us sometimes we just don't want to burden anybody. And so we kind of just stay in our own little community, family and friends. But we are learning that there's a lot of people that want to help. And so when there are events coming up, Teresa has an email chain. We get everybody's email, and she starts this conversation of how people can help. This event is going to take a few volunteers. So
message. Let's start with a message. If you have something you want to offer, you want to donate, you want to give up to help the cause.
Yes.
Start with the email. Send you guys an email and say, hey, this is how I want to help.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, because this event is not open to the public. This is more to help our survivors, folks that have survived some trauma and some things in their life, and then the advocates that help them. And so we want to provide them that night, and it's a night of love. And it came, to be honest, it came from
the cousins. We were just having a conversation.
Yeah, you said
excuse me.
Promoting our back to school, and you said something on your the mantra for your morning meal, and you said a day with love is a day one. And I just thought that's an amazing quote. And then it just started, that whole thing just started going. And then I was sitting at home debriefing with my wife, and she was looking past at all our events. She was like, man, you guys should really have an event dedicated to just love, to show people love. And I just got up and made a phone call like, hey, this is our next event. No money, no fundraising.
No plan.
And my wife is like, whoa. I said, you're gonna take the lead. She was like, And so I just kind of forced this. But the theme behind it, that really is what Day One is about. So this is, it's February, the month of love. And it's everything that we do in our community, I feel like, comes from a place a space of love, you know.
But I know we're gonna invite the ladies who have spearheaded the project. I know the idea how it came about.
Yeah.
But if you wouldn't mind, what is a day of love? Just so that it is not open to the public, but what are the clients? What are the members? What are the participants going to be experiencing? What is it designed for? In my mind, and I'm not trying to lead you, it almost feels like a second chance prom, kind of, regardless of what the partnerships are.
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. And like I said, we wanted to give people, our community that we serve, a day of love, you know. And what does love look like to some people? But we didn't want to invite it to, because a lot of us have that in our lives, but there's folks that have survived,
have never experienced it.
Whether it's a single mother, whether it's somebody who's fighting addiction, whether it's somebody who's working hard because he just got out of prison and he want to just but he can't have this night out.
Yeah.
So and then the partners, and then the advocates that help. So we reached out to advocates like PICTAR, because they deal with domestic violence. We reached out to Soap to Hope. They deal with survivors of addiction. Journey of Hope, you know, survivors of addiction and trafficking. And then Odyssey House. And then it just kind of steamrolled. You know, we reached out to Ann Coburn at the prison. And in Savannah and C1. And so next thing you know, we've got these people. They're going to come with their families and there's the people that they serve. And at that night, they will have a dinner on day one. Big Budah will be emceeing, so he'll facilitate that night and have everybody vibing. And
my pleasure.
Yeah, and our good friend DJ Pebbles is going to provide the music and the DJ. And then we're going to have our advocates, you know, if they want to raffle something off, we're going to let them have a few minutes to say provide these resources for all these others, for everyone else. And then we're going to give them a chance to like showcase a talent. And, you know, we have our good friend LaSonia, who may do a dance, and she's a survivor, you know what I mean? And we just want to do this for our community. There'll be self-love station. There'll be like a self-love station. There'll be like a craft making for the kids to make beads, you know, necklaces. There'll be a princess, our friends with Once Upon a Party princess.
You know what I'm feeling? And I apologize if I'm not accurately describing it. It almost feels like these are a lot of the things that we've taken for granted in everyday life, right? That I think, oh, hey, you can just do that anytime at the Y, go do that. But not knowing there's a ton of people who didn't even experience
exactly
just a simple night like that.
And most of the time, these nights, it's a gala, so everyone's encouraged to dress formal. We have formal wear for those who may need it. We have suits, dresses. Wow. You know, we'll get them suited up. We don't want them to have any excuse for that night.
Right.
No, you come into this. You need this. You know, and so that's the kind of vibe we want to provide. And then also we just want to provide them that night so they can be appreciated, that they're seen and heard. But see, mostly they do this for like, these galas are like for your sponsors and for people that are like, nah, this is our community that we serve and our partners. You know what I mean? This is our way of loving. That night I'm going to be an usher. So I'm going to be servicing that night, you know.
Did you say you're going to dress up like Usher, or what? What did you say?
No, not that Usher. Not that Usher. Don't be trying to put a cherry in my mouth. Not that.
Did you just say I did? Ooh.
No. So yeah, that night will give me a chance to serve. You know what I mean? And then you know, we're gonna have people there that are really doing the work, and we just want to see them have a good time. You know, so it'll be a fun night. So
no, it's again. It's not open to the public, but it is a great way for you. The way you can help out is you're helping other people have an experience that they never had before, or maybe they had a horrible experience, right? Yeah. So this is man, I love that.
And thank you. And just before, you know, we're self-funded, but we are partnered up with some friends who's helped. We've got a sponsorship package, and we just want to shout out my good friend Tony Rickards at Archer Mechanical Inc. They're able to provide us with some funds to help us along the way. Our family at Sagato Bakery is helping us with some desserts. And then also our good friends who want to remain that gangster being in the back. They just slid us an envelope. So to you, you know who you are. Thank you, bro and sis. And if you want to help, there's many ways you can help. But we know that it's close to not open to the public, but people always ask me, how can I help? Well, you can help by sponsoring. You can send me an email. You can help by donating a raffle. This is one way that you can partner with us in a way. Sometimes you don't need somebody to pat you on the back, but we know and our community knows. So,
I'm gonna ask my friend Deluxe. He owns
let's go
that stretch limo, Deluxe Transportation.
Let's go.
He owns a stretch Hummer limo. That could be a nice addition to the experience. I'm sure, I mean, that was the first time I ever rode in it, but I was just working, right?
Oh, man.
I'm sure there's a lot of our people that have never been in a limo,
imagine
let
that.
alone, right?
Imagine that. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We want to provide our community with that kind of
Special night.
Special night. Be confident, be seen, be heard.
Even if it's just a picture coming out of a limo.
Exactly.
Man.
What I mean?
I got you.
So please reach out to me if you have any donations, if you want to help. So at Instagram, our Instagram at Day One Utah, and our Facebook page Day One Utah.
One thing I wanted to ask, I don't know why, for the longest time, I had this question from the very first time when I was introduced to Day One Utah. Pen pals, right? I remember when I was a little kid, we did have a police officer come and talk to us when we was in Compton and said, some of these guys could use a friend, a friendly note like that. I don't know if that even exists, if that could be even a help, if people out in the public could write encouraging notes or encouraging letters to the men and women behind bars. I mean, is that something that, there are people out here that can do that.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a program like that.
That'd be another. See, these are all the thing with Day One, we're always trying to find unique ways to show up for our community, so things like that, we entertain all ideas because there's always a way to show up. And I think that'd be a great way to, put that together, you know what I mean? And then, but that's what we kind of do. We're always trying to just find ways to help, whether it's giving out turkeys or, calling the kids, doing stuff for Santa, just service. So,
we just planted the seed for the 28th. Was the focus to try to, or the goal to maybe have one event a month? I know March is not far away, Easter is not far away, and I know you're always, Day One Utah is always focused on the family, the unit, and then how to help that,
Yes, and that's the partnership we're trying to do with War in the Works, and that's Dez's lane. He's the guy, we connect, me and Kim connect Dez with partners, and he just takes it and runs with it and takes it, he has meetings with them. So there is a partnership we're trying to establish with West Valley City, and those are some of the things we want to talk about. There's an entrepreneurship and apprenticeship that Desmond wants to start, and it's this it's going to be amazing. Right. It's him and Samuel's vision. It's the foundation. It's apprenticeship to helping young kids, and it's in the works, so we're excited for that. And so that'll be an event later on this year if we can pull it off.
I just wanted to ask about AI. Everybody I see from the universities offering classes, is there any interest in Day One Utah offering those kind of courses, especially to help fast track, these guys? They're going to come out. I don't mean any disrespect. It'll be a whole new world for them. From cell phones, the AI actually doing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the things we spoke about. And we always want to find people that are good at what they do. And we're not very good at AI, but I know that we may find someone who wants to do a workshop for these men and for these youth to help AI. And then our role is, there are jobs that AI can't take, and maybe that's where we can facilitate that need. So just like a lot of moving parts when it comes to like being in community. So a lot of ideas.
Because we have a lot of I guys in our family.
Yeah, there's a lot of I guys.
But we want I guy.
AI guy.
AI guy. Yeah, not. Anyway, you know.
I guy.
Just make us in. In closing, just want to say thank you so much for stopping in, updating us, and
thank you.
For me, it's really offering options to our viewing public if they're looking for a place to Again, it's tax season, y'all. Again, you're looking for a place to get a tax write-off. You got that disposable income, whatever it is, or you truly just need to, fulfill that thing inside you, what you want to be charitable, philanthropic, whatever.
We would love all donations because to put on
or
this
partnerships
thing,
too,
or partnerships, sponsorship, just putting on events like this.
Yeah,
it's rough, but
Parting shout out to anybody you want to say goodbye to tonight who's watching?
Yes, I just want to shout out the Day One team, man, my Day One family. Just appreciate y'all keeping me on this path. And then I want to shout out all the advocates who are going to partner with us tonight or that night on the 28th. That really means a lot to us. And then the survivors you're bringing, we're excited to be in that space of love and just kind of create a energy that night. So
we'll have pictures, we'll have videos, we'll post it. So again, it's not open to the public, but we'll be able to share the memories and the good feel that you all helped create that night. Again,
and I just want to say real quick, just a couple, one-liners that I feel is necessary. Every day we show up is a day one. And, like Des always says, when the community wins, we all win. So, love that.
That's what I'm talking about. Please be kind to one another.
Yes.
If we help one person with this show, then hey, we're doing God's work. I got to shout out Jay King and Dinah Jane for opening up the show as we say goodbye. Here's that new joint by Josh Wawa, In Love. Hopefully you guys are in love, right? Yes. See y'all Friday.
Day one.
It's time to shine. Show the world that you're mine. 'Cause I'm in love. So beautiful to me, my baby girl. I just want for you to see how much you really, really mean for my peace. I got the luck, you hold the key. Yeah, I got a feeling that you want to be with me forever. 'Cause my intentions is to take care of you whatsoever. So let me know if you ready or not. The go so we can grow. Roses are red, violets are blue. This is a song dedicated to you. Let yourself bloom. It's time to shine. Show the world that you're mine. 'Cause I'm in love. You are so beautiful to me. Just give me that time, that I'll be on